Happy day. Sharon Hornell from here. Slow start. I got to reconnect, trying to reconnect. Notice. Wrong side of the tracks. Is your business on the wrong side of the COVID-19 tracks, the pandemic tracks? Of course, our idiom today, Sharon Hornell from here with an interesting idiom. What does it mean? Where does it come from? And how can you and how might you be able to apply it to your business right now or your situation right now? So normally when we talk about the wrong side of the tracks, we think of different socioeconomic sides of town, right? But, and actually this idiom became popular in the mid-1800s when the railroads were often built through towns, and they were actually built so that the smoke from the trains would go to the wrong side of the tracks, right? So the better neighborhoods were built on the side of the tracks that the smoke tended to not go to. Now, I grew up in a town that we have a sewage plant right on Main Street, so maybe that would be the divider, but it's right on the river, so the river could be on the wrong side of the tracks depending on which way the wind is blowing with respect to the sewage plant. Or there's in St. Paul there was stockyards for the longest time, and they were right by the railroad, which made sense, but depending on where you lived and where your house was, in the direction the wind blew, you could be on definitely the wrong side of the stockyards. So the question is your business currently on the wrong side of the COVID pandemic? Now, there is no right or wrong, right? It's subjective and up to us, but let's say the wrong side of the tracks is your business has been devastated, shut down, stopped, you're out of business right now because of the changes that have happened as a result of the pandemic. That I would call the wrong side of the track right now, because most of us are in business because we want to be operating and serving people and helping people. And the right side of the tracks, I would say, although some of the owners there are struggling as well, is your business is just swamped. Think of the grocery industry. The grocery industry has traditionally suffered from small margins and not enough business and fierce competition, and that industry is booming right now. So there's industries that are booming, at least 10 of them, and there's probably thousands, but there's industries that are just exploding because of the pandemic. Think medical supplies, think medical equipment, think anything related to medical, think of anything related to distribution and transportation and logistics for anything in one of those high demand industries or any related industries. Think of any online business. So there's both sides that are going on right now, and a whole lot of people, a whole lot of us right in the middle. So our first question to ask ourselves today is, where am I right now, right? Where am I right now? And guess what? Just like being born on the wrong side of the tracks doesn't matter what's happening with your business right now, and you're gonna probably be like throwing rocks and stones at your screen right now. Doesn't matter. I'm telling you, it doesn't matter, because wherever it is, it's up to you as the leader and the business owner to choose what are you going to do with the situation you're in. Like always, when you're in a business, you know that things happen, obstacles happen, things happen all the time that cause you to have to change and recreate and reinvent and redo a lot of the little individual things you're doing in your business. And this is just on a grander scale because it's affecting everyone, not just you and your specific business or me and my specific business. It's affecting us globally and all simultaneously. I think the global and the simultaneous are what's really challenging a lot of people. And I think there's a lot of this group thought, group feeling, group fear, group think going on that's impacting people and our businesses and everything else. But remind ourselves, I have to remind myself every single day, it's up to me to choose the direction this is going to go. So it doesn't matter if my business was shut down, and I'm really missing my nail salon. If my business was shut down, what am I doing right now to move toward what I want as things open up, as things change? Am I making plans and putting things, am I setting myself up for success by putting systems and things in place to create the new normal so I can open as soon as possible? You know, there's a lot of industries and a lot of businesses that there's some debate over whether they should or shouldn't be open. I think of nail salons personally because that's the one I need the most, and then hair salons. They've already got, in medical, I'm really distraught over the fact that people with chronic pain have been not getting any of their treatments because they're considered elective treatments, and that just horrifies me. I have a very soft spot in my heart and passion for chronic pain patients, since I've been a chronic pain person my entire life, and my son was in an accident and has chronic pain, and therefore we come in contact with a lot of people that have that, and all of their treatments, their injections, their radio frequencies, they've all been considered and categorized as elective, which is absolutely insane. So medical profession, now the medical profession, my granddaughter's mom is in that arena. They're all being laid off and let go because they don't have enough work, because they're not even performing the normal things they'd be doing. My question is, aren't people still having heart attacks? Aren't people more stressed out than ever? Because they're now in a totally different situation. They're stressed out over different things and in different ways, but they're still as stressed out. I'm getting off track. Anyway, so where we're born doesn't matter. It's what we're going to do that matters. And if you've started your own business, you've already started to take that and move in that direction. We just need to remind ourselves that this is just like everything else we've experienced before. It just feels like a bigger challenge, but we handle challenges no matter what size they are in the same way. One bite at a time, one step at a time, one thing at a time, to move us toward what we want and to create the business that we want. We also have the opportunity to reinvent and change our direction, to reevaluate, is this the business that I really, really want? And if it isn't, or if there's aspects of it that you don't love, now is a great opportunity to be changing those and setting yourself up for success. The other thing that comes to mind with this idiom is that we need to be resourceful. No matter where we come from, no matter what we want, it's not about having the resources, it's being resourceful, doing what we can with what we've got right now. I've had businesses that were located on the wrong side of the tracks, and it just means I need to set myself up to make sure that I'm taking into account the location, where it is. Is there going to be more crime, more vandalism? If I've had to solve those challenges and those problems, guess what? I can handle a pandemic, and so can you. So, question, how are you doing with the COVID-19? Where are you at? Is your business stopped? Is your business somewhere in the middle like mine? Or is your business just exploding and you're struggling with how to keep up? But here's the cool thing about that. It's a great opportunity to find and see and fill the gaps in your business. Lots of business owners that I know have all had emergency action plans, right? But they've never been tested. They've never had to use them. And this is a great example of having to use the plans and the systems that contingency plans we put in place and actually testing them to see if they work. And a lot of businesses are finding out that they don't work. There's still huge gaps in their supply chain. There's huge gaps in their distribution. There's huge gaps in how they communicate with their people, their employees, their partners, and with their customers as well. But now is the time to fill all those gaps. That's it. I would love to know what you think of this expression and this idiom, if you've had experience with it. I definitely have used this expression before about myself and about other situations. I'll probably continue to use it in the future. And it's not being prejudiced and it's not being political. It's just an old expression that a lot of us use and a lot of us have been impacted by. Have an awesome day. If I can help in any way, hit me up in the comments below. Otherwise, I'm at the cabin and having an awesome weekend, and I wish you the same. Take care. Bye.